See if I remember how to do this. Ooh. Small horse. Absolutely no ado whatsoever. Although Eric and Ishmael are in the league. No warning, no context, no 0-0 draws. Small horse, here we go. It's been a while. I have to apologise to the managers and to my loyal and eager viewers for the delay. Life just got in the way, I'll be honest. Absolute horror show. So we will crack on. Ebbs against Real E. Hey, welcome legends mates. Can you get to 12 today? Well, let's have a look. You can indeed come off the bottom if Shamrocks lose and you win. I cannot believe with a minus 30 goal difference. That is exactly what could happen. Ridiculous. Love to see it. But welcome, mate. You can. We've all been marvelling at your absolute mad formation that's been going terribly. What an absolutely insane last match that was. I completely forgot that finished 8-6 and there was no pissing about in terms of putting goalkeepers out on pitch or anything. That was just what happened in the game. Just the 40 shots in the game, of which there were 31 shots on target. Ridiculous. Scoring 6 goals and losing is hilarious. It's the only league that could genuinely happen. But yeah, not a bad game by Javan. Ridiculous. Dan nor Swan are here, otherwise I would get you on early doors, my good friend. What we'll do is, I know Fifey's not going to be here, and I am, so we'll get my game out of the way first. As I've done a little bit of changing up, taken one of the defensive midfielders out, one of the strikers out, and doubled up in attacking midfield and midfield. Evening, Matt, mate. Evening. In that case, I'll tell you what, while you're here, who have you got today? Ebbs. Ebbs is really... I think Ebbs mentioned he wasn't available tonight. So, what we'll do is you can get yourself on first, mate. We were just showing your last match against Legends. A real bore fest that it was. 8-6. Ridiculous. I know you wanted to look at how many shots there were at the time. Don't know if I ever managed to post them up, but there you go. 9 shots off target out of 40. Ridiculous. Letting 8 goals and the keeper still only got a 5. 3 10 out of 10 performances. And it was the one who didn't score 4 goals that got man of the match. Ludicrous. But yeah, we'll get you up first. Unsurprisingly, no changes. Nicky Butt comes out for Jamal Tahar. And Rob Lee drops to the bench in the only change for the resurgent Ebbs. Going for 9 tonight, I like it. Who has been on apart from the one defeat early doors to Sandfields and Dudley Hill and Sparta. In fact, yeah, since all of those defeats, he's been doing really well, apart from against minimal interest, just beating everyone, all hands up. So, be interesting to see 2 informed teams. We can get another 13 goal thriller, and there's the first 14 goal thriller even, sorry, and there's 2 already. That 9 goals is still on. It's a possibility. Masera, with his 10 out of 10 performance last game out, didn't score any goals in the 8, has managed to pick one up already 12 minutes into the game against Ebbs. Very much in the ascendancy of the away team. 7 shots on target, 8 shots on target again. Absolutely gung-ho. Love to see it. Really, really good performance first half there. So I'll be very surprised to see any changes, unless anybody's knackered. Javan's slightly tired, potentially. No knock though. Otherwise everybody looks okay. From Ebbs' point of view, again, most people okay, just old. Potential injury there. So we'll give Jamal Tahar off for Rob Lee. Yeah, that one done. Done off for probably Menitas, I would expect. Yeah, Menitas. And then is he going to move further forward for one of Galetti or Oliveira, maybe? Or are we leaving him there? Go, go, go. No problem at all. Run through to 60. See if we can get any further goals. Is there a comeback on for Ebbs? There's Javan's now customary goal. 3-0, cruising as well. No one below a 7 in terms of ratings. Well ahead, double the shots on goal. Bring Big Les on. Don't think that's going to turn the tide massively. Let's see if that does anything. I'd be surprised if there's much to be changed for Relay, unless anybody wants a little rest. As we said before, Mason, Javan, slightly leggy, but otherwise looks okay. I think really very much hit the nail on the tactical forehead as it stands. Is that a debut, I think, for Nicolaides? I believe it might be. When we get any further goals, we will have Steve Howie coming on. Expect to see bits of tactical changing up here. I'm going to make a guess that we're going to go that, and then probably that. But I will let Matt make that decision, of course. Hey, evening Dimble mates. Your Super League season may well be may be over. Just like that, no problem at all. But your small horse season has barely begun. And another injury. I think that's probably going to be it in terms of goals, unless there's a sting in the tail right at the end of the game. No, absolutely dominant away performance there by Relay. Marker put down there. Just the 11 goals in 2 games, 5 of which came through Mason Javan. Not a bad effort. Now, Steve hasn't picked his team yet, Dims, so where I would have got you on next, I won't do. Sparta against Banbury. I'll tell you what, we'll do what I was going to do first, which was get me against 5 feet on because Fifey's unavailable today. So again, steam through my game. Fuck's sake. 5 minutes to be disappointed already. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is not going well. 2 shots on target, 2 goals already. For fuck's sake. See, I wouldn't mind if at the very least it was Tenino's. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is horrendous. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus wept. Really not going well. Fuck it, let's just hoof it. Right, well, keeper's coming off because he's a fucking shocker. In fact, let's go to... let's get 2 at top. Right. Let's get the Negris on. And Romeo for Coelho. And hope that does fucking anything. Absolutely nothing going to be needed for 5 feet until 60 minutes. In fact, I'm not going to bother making any further changes. Let's see if I can get at least a fucking goal back. Creating plenty, just not doing anything. Well, that was horrible, painful. Been overtaken by Really there as well. Disgusting. Right, we'll get this one through. Here we are, Tato, mate, welcome. Who have you got? Shamrock, yes, we'll get you on next. As not seen Asnat. You did say no changes, but feel free to... oh, in fact, no, you didn't. You changed your mind. I made a fuckload of changes. I didn't do anything with them. Right, let me make these changes for you. Hang on. Okay, so Kyle up top, Rayad out wide. Yep. Triple threat AMC. Yeah. Drozdov. Team looks class as is. Okay, I can leave it if you want. So's on the bench. Yep, no problem at all, mate. Yeah, I was just doing that. Drozdov, you wanted it DMC. You still want that instead of Scally? Hey, welcome Swanee, mate. We'll get you on next as well. Perfect, we roll. Okay, cool. No problem at all. And no changes there. In fact, no, there was one change as Cowie was suspended. So Carrick comes in for Shamrock on an absolute horror show of a run. Not the team you want to be playing against. And that took 5 minutes. Five minutes to break the deadlock. Just sent Fife a little message to let him know that he's beat me 4-0 and that he is again barred from the league. There we go. Papangida having a worldie, as it's till 60, and as it's actually going okay for Shamrock, as in there's no new let one in. Keep it as is. Oof, no goal. Unlucky. Mexes is coming off, definitely. 72%. Finnan, 76%. Can anybody play out on the left? No. So he's going to have to carry on. This is injured. No, he's just going to have to carry on regardless. Not anyone doing particularly shit. No. Fine. Kevin Kyle, one of the stars of my Something in the Air All-Stars reboot that I will potentially stream at some point, maybe. We'll see. Is he getting subbed for Roberto Souza? We shall see. Jamil off for Estevez. Where is it? And Souza for Kyle. That's all. Makes sense. Will there be an upset on the cards? Can Aston get back into it? Doesn't look like it so far. The away team look more likely, and in fact it is an equaliser for Aston. And a winner, potentially, in the 83rd minute. Looked like it'd been coming. Will there be another equaliser? No, in fact it would be a third. Very, very much deserved in the end. Wasn't as comfortable as it looks on paper. Realistically, Babangida having a very, very, very good game there. And Archie back, captain, was marvellous. Carrick coming in doing very, very well. And that has put the rest of the league very much on notice. I've seen Swanee, and I know that Legends was here earlier as well, so I will get this one on next. No changes for the double-headed Swan Horse Behemoth, and also no changes, unsurprisingly, for Legends and the Flamingos. So away we go. See how we get on. First goal to Flamingos. I was going to say the clever money, the smart money, would be on at least 5 goals in this game and Sandfield's to triumph. But it is not looking that way so far. Fact, it is the Flamingos ahead. Jay Lucas. Agahow the only one in both sides above a 7. Go to the Legends team first. See if there's anything wants changing here. Be surprised. Joey Dunn's knackered, but when isn't he? Will there be any changes? Will there be any tactical tweaks? Will there be some sort of defence at any point? Doubt it. Let Legends have a think while we pop over to Swanee's Sandfields. course, condition. Dave Barnett again. Usually drops under 90% because he's tired. He's an old man. Otherwise, everybody looks okay in terms of condition. Give you another little minute there, Swanee mate. I know you said you were on mute, so I wouldn't expect you to be listening intently. Just the 2 shots on target so far in this game. Another little sort of 30 seconds or so. If there's nothing comes through from either team, we'll go through to 60. And then start the process all over again. No, we'll give that through to 60 then, see if anything changes in terms of the scoreline, and it is in fact a double of the lead for the Flamingos. Oh, and I thought that was a goal pulled back then for Sandfields, disallowed for Afonso. And a very, very good game so far for the Flamingos. He's loath to change anything, I would expect. Joey Dunn's absolutely fucked, bless him. But will not be coming off at any point, no doubt. Paul Eiffel, the only one there that I would suggest probably due a substitution, so might see him for Captain Schweppes or Missouri. On the other hand, most of the Sandfields team there is within the realms of getting substituted because they're not playing particularly well so far. Stats wise, I mean, every shot that's on target for the Flamingos has gone in, so it's not like they're creating loads, they're just better in front of goal. Both managers the option of substitutions as well. Still not seeing anything come through for the last 10 minutes from Swanee, fortunately. So, I'll play it through, we'll finish it off. Let's see what would Dan do. Let's put it that way, let's try that. I think London for Walder Harris. And then Diop for Maxi, maybe. See if that does anything. And that's what we'd look at, and then yeah, let's do that change I mentioned for Legends as well. And a third for Flamingos as well. Wow. 9 goals now in 2 games for the Flamingos. 3 points. Saeed pulls one back for Sandfields. Will there be a massive comeback? There's got to be at least another goal in it to maintain that 5 goals a game average that Flamingos have been after all season. No, let down. Just the 4 goals, but a resurgent Flamingos off the bottom of the table. Congratulations, Legends. If you're aiming for 11th, you've got every opportunity because the team in 11th are fucking useless. There we go. Right, a couple of changes for Big Noopy. I just noticed Party's song was only on 90%. I'm sure he noticed that, it was fine. There we go. "49th player that has been picked. A couple of changes as well for Stu and Sparta, as Bam Bang was a little short of fitness and Cardetti very short of fitness after a broken toe. So a couple of changes up front. Smash through this one as neither manager is in the chat. And then Dimble, if you're still here, I'm still not seeing Steve, so I shall make that one change for him and see how we get on. I think yours is the only game left. I was about to say this couldn't be the first 0-0 draw in a while, could it? No, it will not be. Talon Martin rising to the occasion with what I believe was potentially the first shot on target for Sparta in that first half. Nothing obvious, so we'll go straight through to 60 minutes. A second for Sparta. We'll put a bit of a halt to the Ban River charge. The flow, should I say. Ishmael Addo has not had the best debut so far. We'll get him subbed off. Lampard is playing as well as he's managing. And yeah, bring him off a car. That's about it. Sparta, let's have a look, see if there's any condition worries. Yeah, Placente, that's not ideal. Gas on for that. Otherwise looks okay. Match rate in. Yeah, we'll give Cabello a rest as well. Play it through to the end. Will there be a comeback on the cards? Doesn't look like it so far, as it's Sparta very much in the ascendancy. We've seen a bit more on penalty shout there for Ban River. Seen a bit more of the play. Certainly looked the more creative. Magnus Hedman has had an absolute stormer there. And another very good result for Sparta. So we'll finish up with the much more informed Hurricanes, who tweaked their formation slightly, as well as bringing in Sean Davis to the lineup and Harris Simovic to the bench. And Chris Hope there is going to have to come out. Sorochinsky into defence and Petrov into defensive midfield. So that sort of makes sense, I suppose. And apologies to Steve if that's not what he would have done. I know he's out driving at the minute, so he will not be enjoying the scoreline either. Neither manager now with the Super League to worry about for the rest of the season, so can focus on the small horse. And it is a goal apiece. Hamilton Rickard doing what he does against every home save manager and scores. Ooh, there we go, there's a message from Steve. Leave as is, mate, just got in. Half time. My boot scooted baby. Rolled to 60. Ah, R.I.P. Paul Catterman. So roll to 60, no problem at all. Yeah, look okay. I'm not convinced I would change much here. Doubt Steve's going to do much. But yeah, we'll leave both to 60. Crack on through. Give the option of some changes for both teams at 60. There we go. Sean Davis not having the best of games after that decent substitute appearance. Not done so well so far. Condition wise, pretty much okay. Nothing too drastic. But not over our get, and that's it. No problem. And try and make some sort of sensible changes for Steve. He loves Andrew Martin, so we'll get him on for Dario Hussein. Pretty much about it. There's nothing else obvious that can be done in this formation, so leave that there. Yeah, to be honest, Dimble, that would be a very, very decent point for you. Keeping the playoff hunt as well. And it could very well be more than a point here. Very good value for it as well. No, it's not to be. 81st minute equaliser from Justin Walker. And a third, all disallowed in the 90th minute from Stilian Petrov. Squeaky bum time there, Dunball, but just about crossed the line with a point in place. And with less than 20 minutes to go. Oof. You'd have been gutted there to drop 2 points, but with no time left on this clock, happy to be clinging to a point there. Oof. Yeah, some absolutely shit scores tonight. This one in particular, not happy. Esteban, how could you do that to me? Fuck's sake. Ridiculous. But here is how this table looks. 10 points clear with a game in hand. It is minimal interests to lose. Flamingos off the bottom of the table. Unicorns languishing in 11th, but still within touching distance somehow of playoffs. That's the league sewn up. No, it can't be yet. There's a minimum of 24 games, so there's another 9 games to go yet. What are we, 10 o'clock? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's do another one. Let's do another one, and I promised Rox I'd let him know if we go in doubles, so I'll give him a nudge. Where is it? Double it is. We play more than 26, do we? Okay. Well, yeah, with playoffs and stuff. I don't know how it goes. I genuinely haven't got a fucking clue. There we go, Rocks will indeed be available. Can I go on early? Of course you can, no problem. Start clicking through. I think it's a Wednesday game. Just keep clicking, just keep clicking. Bored furious at Derby display, understandably. If it wasn't the worst team in the league against the best team in the league. Yeah, it's a Wednesday game. Thought so. Train as hard as you want, Shevington. I'd rather you were just better, you prick. Monday, we're nearly there. Have you not had 3 out of league transfers already? 1, 2. Apparently you've got a third one there. Fuck off. Nobody's having my Enzo. There we go, potentially 2 new players through the door at the Hurricanes. Tato, while you were there, do you want to use your 3rd transfer on Baldini? He looks very fucking good in fairness. So I'd suggest that is a yes. Ooh, Nicky Taylor is my pin. He's back. Sneaky, sneaky. Hello, mate. Welcome. Alright, you're having him now, Tato. It took too bloody long. It's your 3rd out of league. I do not understand why Andy Johnson refuses to go from West Brom to Australia. Oh, fuck's sake. One right-sided defensive midfielder's injured as well. Is he going to be in time for the game, Dimble? I don't think so. Yes, he is. You jammy bastard. Right. Hurricanes up against Real E. And I wonder who you're going to put in defensive midfield. Presumably, you're going to change up Vashuk as well, Dimble. Three decent backups there, in fairness. Four if you count Mendes de Silva. First games, you... Good question. You lost. Where is he? There we go. Weston Milito, okay that way round, considering he's left-footed. Swap Davis and Petkoff over. Oh, that's going to really upset my OCD. So you want right-footed Davis, left-footed Petkoff, yeah? Yeah, Milito left. But the other way around on these two. Peck, no problem. Here we go, it's all good. No worries at all, mate. And right, oof, tired Masera, that's very tired, fucking hell. What's he been up to? And who are we going to drop in place? So makes the most sense, I think. Yeah, everyone else looks okay. Two informed teams, let's see how we go. Fucking not ideal. Lovely. Okay, Steve Howie, straight in. And Javin continues the hot streak. I think he must be top goal scorer in the league right now. Nothing doing at all for Dimble. But in reinforcements and everything. Steve Howie masterclass incoming, you're not wrong. Completely dominated at the back there. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Nothing doing whatsoever for the Hurricanes. There's only really attacking options to change for really, and he wouldn't. Matt doesn't do that until 60 minutes, so we'll leave that be. Condition there, Dimble, everybody's absolutely fine. Any changes? Roll to 60, no problem. Can we get a shot on target for the home side? Very, very much so. Not just on target, through the keeper's arms as well. Here we go. Much better. 15 minutes from 18 minutes from the home side, the Hurricanes. Condition-wise, still all looks okay. Would expect to see a Harrisimovic debut here. Not sure who for. be one of Balashov or Romeo, I would suggest. Fairness, might see our gap moved into the middle for Balashov. What the fuck is a late night Lycett? It's that Joe Lycett fella having a late night TV show, I would imagine. Loss for Balashov. There's swapsies. And then swapsies. So like that. Loss for Balashov, yeah. Left the MC, right the MC, Petkov, right MC. Cool. And still nothing from Mahalchuk, so we'll bring on Demis. It's a shame I've not got anything I can change Ingledow for, realistically. Right, can the deadlock be broken? Will there be a winner in this game? It looks like it. 15th of the season. So Romeo against Javin, not only for the Golden Boot, but in this game as well. Petkov. Oh, I thought that was a Petkov goal on his debut. Not quite. Very, very, very good second half for the Hurricanes. Just about probably deserved to sneak across the line there. Fair play. Well, the ball up into, joint fourth there, as it stands. Very much looking upwards. And just had a new formation in from Rocks, so I will set up. Devils against Ebbs. Who's Newbie against D, who's not been on yet. So happy to get you on next, mate, while you're here. If there's any changes you want to make, let me know. Right. Grab Roxy's new formation. Appreciate it, Dimble. No problem at all, mate. Doing very well so far. Glad to be back as well. There we go. Right. Go for it, no problem at all. See if we can turn that fortune around. Let's go back to the previous formation for Steve. Not that it's been doing particularly well for him. There we go, yeah. Here we go. Right, let's crack on for the first half. Count Fuckula Tactics. Downloading now at Rocks, mate. Good question. Oh, just change that. Fucking Chris Hope. And no point. Absolutely pointless. Right, so. Let's look out for Johnson. Chris Hope for Morte. Well, that's going to be the closest to what makes sense. Two goals in that first half while I'm fucking about. And a third, Boa Morte. It's not a bad substitution. I think Steve might be okay with what I've done there, substitution-wise. Ishmael Addo on his debut as well. Sneaking a goal in. Roy Carroll is having an absolute stinker. Frank Lampard again. It's as if his managerial ineptitude is rubbing off on him in the fictional Champ Manager universe. Okay to 60, no problem at all. We'll do the same for Steve. Couldn't quite get it to 60. I don't think there's any real need for any changes there, unless anybody's knackered. No, we'll leave it be. Steve. Wholesale changes I would expect to see here for Bad River. At the very least, I expect to see I'd say Lampard probably coming off from Mido, who then probably change up with Volodenkov. Popped, I don't know. Or you bringing Parchy's son inside for Kaluzhny, getting Kaluzhny off, who's having a stinker. Putting Volodenkov right wing back. Carr on for Richards. It's just so many. Frankov for Grankjar, Mido for Kaluzhny. Here we go. We are going attacking by the look of it. I'm assuming we're not just leaving that as is. Naya to CM. So, like that. Is that what you mean? Presumably that one. Grankjar to A, right. So, Kaluzhny for Mido and Grankjar for Frank. Like that. And then Mido up front. Like that. Alright. Narrow. Okay, yeah, so like that. We'll be tucking these two in as well. So literally just playing 2-2-2-2-2. All midfield, small arrow. Good to go. Okay, like that. Let me know that you're happy with that, mate, and I'll crack on. Perfect. Lovely. There's nothing like following instructions over YouTube to make it feel like the simplest. Oh, a third one there for Dudley Hill. Fourth for Dudley Hill, wow. Well, I'm not saying those substitutions didn't work for you, Noopy, but they did not. So there's nothing like delay, not a problem at all, mate. Yeah, there's nothing like that delay making me feel like I can't follow simple instructions as well. Ridiculous. I mean, that scoreline does not suggest what the stats play out there. Manchester versus Roy Carroll, and I do have to say, Roy Carroll in the 2 games has been the difference. Between how well you've played. Frank Lampard and Roy Carroll are the 2 that have let you down there in 2 games. It's a real shame. Yeah, you're not wrong. Manchester is one of those players that, a bit like David Day at Pistole AZ or whatever it is, where you just get in because he's cheap, you throw him in the squad and he's like, oh, he can play at some point. Because it's a goalkeeper, you just need numbers through the door. Yeah, this is one of the ones, probably the better ones I've seen. Right, sorry, I'm messaging Ebbs at the same time. Let's see who else we've got in terms of games. Let's have a look, Rocks. You have Sparta. Let's get you in. Yours was called Count Fuckula. There we go. Right. You didn't send me any team in the email, Rocks, so I shall wait for you to confirm the lineup. And we'll make that obvious change there. Right, Cav, Mendes, Michelini, Gomez, Santos. Then I'm expecting Saba, Camps, D'Alessandro, Schmuck. Okay, and then could be any one of those 2 up front. There we go. Then we're going to go that one. Again, could be anyone. Casas. Perez. So it's not Kufra, it is Delgado. Wasn't far off. No problem at all. There you go. Just to make 100% sure you're happy with that. Lovely. There we go. Excellent. And how is Bam Bang doing? He is back and absolutely fine. Okay. Anybody else who was in the team? Let's have a look. When did Rustico come out of the team? The whole time. Okay. Just surprised to see no Rustico in the team. I'm sure he's been playing for most of the season. Yeah, odd. Cool, we will crack on with that. Oof, yeah, that's not going to help. Presumably Delgado, but could be case, I suppose. So I will let Rocks confirm. Delgado. Cool. I thought that'd be the case. Nothing for 20 minutes so far. That is very unlike a small horse game, though. Especially a small horse game with the rocks involved. There we go, that's more like it. And a goal before the end of the first half. More delay than an early 90s shoegaze guitar. Very clever. I like that. It doesn't seem to be anyone on Twitch. Is that, I don't know, is the delay better on there? Let's have a look. No need to change anything from that side of things. Let Rocks have a look. Yeah, in fairness, it's quite a delay even on Twitch. Yeah. No worries. I would expect to see one of Casas or Jimenez for Klimovic. Move Andres central and Pablo left. Plymouth for Jimenez. I'm not 100% sure I know what. Move Andres central. There's an AMC. Should have. Ah, gotcha, right. And then like that. So Camps and Delgado. And then presumably an arrow on D'Alessandro. No, Michelini, right. Apologies. Let's start again. So Klimovic for Jimenez. So that way and that way, and then what, like that instead. Too many fucking Pablos. Hey, welcome to Tato, mate. Enjoy the dulcet tones of my monotonous voice. Perfect, like that. Okay, excellent. No problem. We'll crack on till 60. Him for Klim. Yeah, I did that one, didn't I? You panicked me now. Oh, fuck, it didn't go through. Apologies. I'm sure I'd done that. Fucking second goal. It's all kicking off. And a third for Sparta as well. And a Cabello injury. And I'll be honest, Rogs, this is punishment. And you know what for. Martin and Dan from Gazelle say hi. I will leave that one there. Any further changes? feel like I've got an essay coming in. Michelini and Gomez, okie doke. And then Michelini off for Casas. Okay. And then presumably Casas up top. Like that. I know there's obviously going to be a big delay, so I'll let you confirm all that. Shouldn't up top. Guedo right, Casas left, him in a centre, yep. Excellent. Again, presumably Santos Central is going to be the next. Wonderful, cool. Yeah, your OCD tends to line up with mine, Rocks, in terms of left, right, central. If you got three up front, that's exactly the way I would have played it as well. So that's good. Alright, no need to make any changes for Sparta. Let's have a quick look at condition. Yeah, everybody looks okay. Leave them be. Run it through to 90. Will there be a fifth goal? There will indeed. Enter the dragon. And Roxy's minging run of form against Sparta continues. 5 goals, all from Sparta players. 4-1. And a deserved victory, in all honesty. Right then, Tato, you need to get rid of one of your squad as your new player is available for selection. Presumably Sotil. I'm just going to make that decision for you. Presented without comments. Do a job in AMC for you, Tato, if I'm honest. Are we going to see Baldini in the squad? Not one to make wholesale changes, realistically. Baldini can start for Johnson. Cool. Estevez off the bench for Roussel. And Swords off the bench for Drozdov. No worries. Sorted, and no need for any changes for the resurgent Flamingos. Top against second from bottom. I will say that this has been a very easy 2 games for minimal interest tonight. Bottom of the table, and well, in fact, at the start of both games, it would be against both second and bottom teams. And pulled one back, and another uncomfortable start to the game for minimal interest. Ooh, disallowed. And Kevin Kyle gets his 5th of the season. Could very easily have gone 2-1 the other way. As it stands, just about in control of the game, minimal interest. As it's still 60, and I've not seen Legends again since very early on. So we'll crack straight through to 60. There's a fourth in the game. Probably means that Tata can breathe a little sigh of relief. There we go. Swiatowski on a 10. Jamili off for Roussel. Where is he? Fucking lost him this time as well. For Roussel and Souza on for Kyle. No problem. Any more for any more? Don't think it's needed realistically. Done that. Baldini having a good debut. I didn't see out facts. Yeah, very good debut. Ronnie, that's 2 bad games in a row, that, to be honest. That'll do it. Not much else you can do realistically for the Flamingos. Absolutely dominant. And there is the 5th goal. Expected 5th goal. Dominant, very, very dominant. 8s, 9s across the board. Nobody below a 7 for minimal interest. Another Franco Costanzo 8 out of 10 performance, where he's saved 10 shots and still let him fall. Ridiculous. Right, who else have we got? We'll go through the Ebbs game. We'll get Nicky Butt back in for them. Crack straight through. I imagine he probably has, yeah. And we'll leave the Devils after that fucking destroyed me. Neither managers here. We'll absolutely speed through this one. 0-0 at half time. Wow. And there isn't going to be no Tonino with a customary goal. No shots on target in the first half. 3 on target in the second, one of which was disallowed. And 3 points again for the Devils. It's really upsetting me how well Fifey is doing in this league. Oof, unbelievable. And there we go. So it is to myself against Sandfields. And I've got to do something different because that did not work at all. Let's go back to talk front. I got 2 up front with 3 at the back, maybe. That's not going to work. Try that, but we're going to drag one up here. See if that does anything at all. I don't believe it will. Just in case I have 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. No, I do not. Let's see if that does anything. Alright, Helton's getting dropped here, a shocker. Only 2 fucking players. He's fucked. So I've got to play somebody else at DLR. I've only got one option. Lovely. What did he do in the last game? Fine. Okay. greetings from Brazil. Welcome. You're about to see the last game of the night. As my funky unicorns take on Sandfields and no doubt get beaten handsomely. Everybody's okay. All sorts of tactics. So this is finally a goal for us. So this is 13 human managers who have picked their own teams, put them all together, non-wib-wob tactics. Everybody's put a team in ahead of time. Some of us are on the stream as well, picking the teams. You can see an odd formation for Sandfields there. Isn't doing much. Mine is doing slightly better. Not fantastically well. See if I can see out a bloody victory. Woo, Chewy! There he is. Oh, Chewy! I thought I was going to get a clean sheet as well then. Oh, disallowed. First shot on target. Of course goes in. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? I've seen that done so well until they finish a couple of times. Finally, 3 points. One team is better than all the rest. Yeah. Fortunately for Tato, he is correct. He's now 11 points clear. Not got that game in hand anymore though. Over the team in second place, as Sparta have snuck up the league. I've managed to claw my way up to 8th within sneaking distance of the playoffs as well. Quietly, game in hand, only 4 points behind the Hurricanes. Oof. Potentially far less upsetting for me. Let's have a look. In terms of form, unsurprisingly, the top two are the top two form teams. And I found myself 3 wins and 2 losses out of 5. That's better than I expected. Castor Troy, 2 losses on the bounce. Dudley Hill there, having an absolute stinking period at the minute, as are Ebbs and very much Sandfields there. Oof. That was the right time for me to play them, clearly. In terms of player stats, Troy's 3 defensive midfields there, 2 of which up in the top 3. Ray doing very well. Top scorers Romeo and Javan, after an absolute stormer of a night, is within touching distance of him now. And Anelka in double figures somehow as well, surprisingly. Assists, Babangida, 6 assists, has had a very good night. Both wingers there doing really, really well for minimal interest. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, that's most nights for me, Rocks, in fairness. Let's have a look. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? Realistically, we've done okay tonight, as always. No 0-0 draws. Next time out. Oh, there you go, Rocks. You've got an easy win next, at the very least. as we will have the final game of 2001 in the Australian National Soccer League. I can try and do that tomorrow, I suppose. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go tomorrow. So if we can get, that's going to be difficult. I'm not going to be able to do 2 games tomorrow. There's going to be a big fucking gap where it loads in the middle. There we go, no problem at all, mate. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. Good. We'll get that saved up there. And yeah, so it'll only be a single one. I'll do it tomorrow if it's okay. Got a long weekend, haven't we? So I'm sure I can sneak out some time. Potentially go Monday as well. Should be manageable. But yeah, another night of goals galore, as always. Just clocks there that 3 of the 6 games tonight in the second round of fixtures were 5-goal thrillers. Ridiculous. And I was annoyed that there wasn't a 5-goal thriller in the first game. Very close though. Performance of the night, Esteban Cambiasso. Fucking annoying as it is. Painful. Absolutely painful. But as always, been emotional, been fun. I'll catch you all tomorrow. This one's for you, Jerry Springer. R.I.P. Doodles.